Hi YouTube, today I'll be reviewing the Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation from Kevyn Aucoin. Stay tuned. Skin's already been prepped and primed. I used the Mr. Smooth from Givenchy, and for a moisturizer this time around, I actually used the Longevity Concentrate. That's from Guerlain, which is a part of the Orchidee Imperiale collection, and that's the big concentrate. It looks like a dildo. It's really awesome. It's like $500 or something, but it's great. Don't mind me, just being bougie. So today we're going to use the Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation. This is from Kevyn Aucoin, and this is in the shade, let's see, it's in shade EF14. As you can see, the foundation actually pushes up as you use it, so you can see that I have used just a little bit of it, just because, again, I have over 60 foundations easily, so, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the back of my hand, being generous using 3 pumps. I'm gonna spread this out just so that you can see it. So this is how it looks. It's a nice warm shade, unlike that Charlotte Tilbury mess. Watch my previous video, you'll understand. So now I'm just going to dot this on the face. And I'll just use a sponge to blend it out. Well, look at you, aren't you pretty? More of a lit from within type of radiance. Foundation is very like creamy. As far as how it applies on the skin, it just feels creamy and nice. Now I'm just going with the brush on the perimeter as usual. You see like this glow, it's like a spotlight on my face. This is beautiful. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Supernatural Concealer from Kevyn Aucoin, and this is in shade EC07. Then I'll blend this out with the sponge, of course. Okay, something totally weird just happened. I was doing the video, and in the middle of the video, it said that my memory card was full, but there's actually nothing on it. So I spent about 15 minutes, I've been away for 15 minutes, because I was literally applying powder, and I was talking to myself. Well, I'm always talking to myself when I do a video, but I was sitting here talking, and it wasn't even recording, and because I wasn't paying attention to it saying that the memory card was full. I spent like 15 minutes going upstairs, because we live in a 3-story townhome, so I had to go all the way upstairs, go to the computer, try to take out, what I've already recorded for this video. And I came downstairs and it still said that my card was full. And I ultimately watched a YouTube video that was filmed by, I believe, a 10 or 11-year-old to explain to me how to fix this glitch, which is incredibly sad. God, I feel so fucking old. So like this powder's been like totally baking on my face. So I actually put on the La Mer powder, and I also randomly decided to use the Make Up Forever Ultra HD Microfinishing powder as well, the pressed powder. Kind of like a pale orange, kind of like a salmon-y color. So this has been on my face for like 15 minutes, possibly 20 minutes at this point, so this has been totally baking, which I do not do. But we're going to continue like nothing happened. I'm just going to take a Dior powder brush at this point and dust this all off. I hope I'm not ashy in the process. That whole situation really threw me off. Okay, let me just get this. And as usual, a little Terracotta light from Guerlain. Just on the brow bone. Oops, got it in my hair. It's okay. Let's blend this out. Just gives my skin a little something. A little Terracotta light on the cheeks.
Really bad idea. This video is already kind of ruined.
I'm gonna put on a little mascara. You know when you're putting on mascara and you just go too far? You just can't stop. Like, that's what I'm experiencing right now. And to finish, I'm just going to use the Mario Badescu facial spray. Oh, mira, you see my shirt? Beto Cuevas, mi cantante favorito. Well, I guess my favorite Spanish-speaking artist. Like, he's probably my favorite. Male artist, anyway. And if you haven't listened to any of his music or his time in LA, then,
what are you doing with your life?
The Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation from Kevyn Aucoin is a foundation that retails for $58, comes in a most disappointing 16 shades, and the shade of it all, it's not even a full 30 ml 1 ounce bottle. This is actually 0.95 ounces or equivalent of 28 ml. For $58, mind you. The shade, honey. So this foundation is advertised as promising the consumer that you'll have a natural, luminous, radiant, airbrushed finish, along with medium coverage. Because this is a very expensive foundation, I must talk about the packaging. Though the packaging is very practical, I do like that you can actually see how much product you have. You can really get a clear look because it has that mechanism that actually pushes up the product. So you'll know when you're actually running low and when you're really out. So that's nice. However, it's a $58 foundation. So this overall, it's, you know, it's a very hard plastic, but it still comes across as a bit cheap looking. And then to top it all off, for being $58, they don't even give you a full 30 ml. They could only squeeze out 28 ml for this, which I think is absolute bullshit. And again, it's advertised as offering medium coverage, which I will definitely agree. I really love the texture on my skin as far as how it actually feels. It has a very creamy texture to it, so it kind of just glides on the skin. It's very pretty, but I will say that the shade range again, and being that this is something from Kevyn Aucoin, I would expect the shade range to be pretty nice. However, history has shown us that this brand overall has not been that amazing. I think if Mr. Aucoin was alive to this day, the shade range will be completely different. The shade range isn't great, but the shade that I use, EF14, it is a good match for my skin. It does look good. However, I will say with this foundation, I have to work this foundation to make it actually be, you know, beautiful to me. This isn't something that I can just throw on my face and it looks good. So that's why you saw me literally have to put basically a full face together, because this cannot stand alone. And of course, a lot of foundations can't stand alone. At the same time, I've reviewed 20 foundations so far, and a lot of those foundations I can wear with nothing else on my face, walk out the door, and I'm totally confident. I totally feel like I'm fabulous and beautiful. If I were to wear this by itself, I would feel kind of blank. Like I feel like I would need just something extra to actually, you know, feel good about the overall look. And I don't think I mentioned this, but I did also use my Guerlain Terracotta bronzer because again, this is something I had to put a lot of products on my face to get this to actually work for me, which is very disappointing. And by doing this series, it's very helpful for me because again, I have a ton of foundations and this actually shows why I have not used a lot of this product, because I'm pretty sure that when I have used this product in the past, I had to do a lot to work with it, and that's not something that I like. I personally like things that are easy to do, like La Mer foundation. It works very well. It's seamless, it's luxury, it's worth every penny. Like, that's a completely different situation and experience overall. This experience, I mean, for $58, I mean, this ain't worth it. But again, overall, once I put everything together, skin looks good. It does give me that lit from within type of effect. So overall, it's a beautiful foundation. I feel that this is yet another foundation that I personally, if I were behind the scenes and if I were sitting in a lab cooking up some stuff for them, I would reformulate this. I would discontinue this and reformulate it. Pull a Dior, discontinue and reformulate. So with that said, I definitely would not recommend this foundation to you guys because this is not something that is really consumer friendly, just because for me personally, just as my experience, it may have been easy for you. For me and my skin, my undertone, and on the consumer side of things, I wouldn't want to do that. So I personally don't recommend this, but you can try it and see if it works for you. Feel free to comment below and let me know if you have tried the Etherealist foundation. Have you tried the concealer? Also the concealer, let me just briefly touch on that. This is not a concealer that you put on your skin and just let it sit for like 10 minutes. Don't do that because it will literally lock, and whatever you put on your face is basically going to sit there and you're going to look stupid. So blend this out immediately or within like, I would say 90 seconds. Like, do not do like a 5-minute thing. But that's a completely different video. So definitely rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with a whole lot more, guys. Bye.